Welcome back to Myths Before Midnight. I'm glad you're here. The night is quiet again, the stars hanging softly above us, and somewhere between their light and the hush of the world below, an ancient story waits to be told. Tonight, we journey to the dawn of mankind, to a time when the earth was young and the gods watched from above. A time when one immortal heart burned with compassion for those who struggled in the dark. This is the story of Prometheus, the titan who gave humanity fire and paid for it with eternity. Settle in, breathe deep, and let the glow of this old myth warm the edges of your mind. Long before mortals learned to shape words or dream of greatness, the world was a raw and unformed thing. The earth was still cooling, rivers carving their paths through stone, winds whispering across an untamed land. Above, upon Mount Olympus, the gods watched it all unfold, radiant and immortal, and beneath them, scattered across the dust and clay, wandered the fragile beginnings of humankind. It was Prometheus who saw them first, not as failures, but as unfinished creatures full of potential. Where others saw weakness, he saw possibility. He walked among them, invisible to their eyes, and watched as they shivered in the cold, fumbling in the dark. Their lives were short, their fears endless, and yet they looked up at the stars with wonder. Prometheus was not like the other titans. His heart leaned toward the light, and his mind questioned everything. The war between the Titans and the Olympians had long ended, leaving him somewhere in between, no longer at war with Zeus, yet never fully belonging among the gods. And so, he turned his gaze downward to humankind and felt a quiet compassion stir within him. He whispered to himself, "They could be so much more, if only they had the spark." That spark was fire, the secret of creation itself, the breath of the gods. But fire was forbidden. Zeus, king of Olympus, had sealed it away, declaring that mortals were too reckless, too fragile to wield such power. To grant them fire, he said, would invite chaos. It would make them think themselves equal to the divine. Yet every night, Prometheus looked upon the humans as they cowered against the cold. He saw their hands rubbed raw from the chill, their eyes dim with hunger, and he knew he could not stand by. For what was the worth of immortality, if not to give meaning to those who could not have it? So he devised a plan. When the sun dipped below the horizon and Olympus shimmered under a sky of stars, Prometheus made his way to the forge of Hephaestus. Sparks danced like tiny stars around the god's anvil. Prometheus reached into the fire, and with a hollow reed, he stole a single glowing ember. It was small, fragile, and yet infinite, a secret the size of the universe. He descended quietly to the world of men and touched the ember to dry twigs and branches. The fire bloomed, warm and golden, painting the faces of humankind with light for the very first time. The cold fled, shadows danced, and in that moment, something ancient shifted inside their hearts. They no longer feared the dark. They created it. They controlled it. Prometheus watched them laugh and gather around the flames, eyes wide with wonder. He saw them cook their food, forge their tools, and dream of what might come next. Humanity had changed forever, and he felt peace. But peace was short-lived. Olympus had noticed. When Zeus saw the fires flickering across the world, anger thundered through the heavens. The air itself trembled. "Who dares defy me?" he roared, and all of Olympus fell silent. Prometheus stood alone before the storm. "It was I," he said, "for they were cold." Zeus's gaze burned like lightning. "You have given them what was mine. They will rise against us because of this." Prometheus answered softly, "Then let them rise, for they deserve more than fear." And with that, Zeus pronounced his punishment, a punishment so cruel it would echo through eternity. Prometheus was bound in chains to a lonely peak at the edge of the world, where sky met rock and wind screamed endlessly through the chasms. There, an eagle was sent each day to devour his liver, which would heal each night, beginning the torment anew. Yet even through agony, Prometheus did not cry out. The pain was sharp, yes, but sharper still was the knowledge that humanity lived, that they thrived, that the fire he had stolen continued to burn. Through the centuries, as mortals built their homes, their temples, their cities, the Titan endured. Each sunrise brought the eagle. Each sunset brought silence. And in that silence, Prometheus dreamed. He saw the hands of humankind shaping clay into art, striking metal into tools, writing symbols that became stories. He saw them learn and love and reach for the heavens. And though his chains never broke, his heart remained unshackled. Sometimes at night, he would look to the stars and whisper, "Was it worth it?" And in the distance, he imagined the glow of countless fires below, burning in hearths and homes, pushing back the dark. And he knew the answer. Yes. But myths, like fire, never stay still. They change shape, dance with the wind, and reveal new meanings each time we tell them. Prometheus was more than a thief of flame. He was a symbol of defiance and compassion, a reminder that progress often begins with rebellion. He represents the cost of enlightenment, the sacrifice required for light to reach the shadows. In a way, Prometheus lives on in every act of courage, every question that dares to challenge the rules of gods or kings. He is the spark behind invention, the whisper in the dark that says, "There is more than this." So when you see the flicker of a candle or the glow of a city at night, remember the Titan who gave that light to you, the one who chose suffering so that you could see, the one who turned darkness into dawn. As the wind fades and the stars grow softer above us, the fires of Prometheus burn quietly still. They burn in our hearts, in our words, in every dream that refuses to die. And as you drift into sleep tonight, imagine his flame glowing gently beside you, steady, warm, and unafraid. Good night, dear listener. May your dreams burn bright, but never consume you. Until next time on Myths Before Midnight.